Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals of the men's big ball pro singles. On my left, got here by defeating the legend, Samson Hernandez. Let's give a big hand to Boxer Rosales. On my right, the human acrobat. This guy flies all over the court, defeated Pee Wee Castro yesterday in the semifinals. Welcome G-Man Velasquez. We're gonna play 2 games to 15, tiebreaker to 11 if necessary. Good luck, guys. And welcome to the Stratosphere. We're live. This is Dave Fink alongside Dave Vincent, who'll be joining me shortly. You heard the announcement. It's Boxer Rosales challenging G-Man Velasquez, both guys from Southern California. There's literally hundreds of people packing these stands. The rafters are full. It's standing room only out here on the show court in Las Vegas. Sal Duenas will be our referee. A lot of support here for both guys today. Both guys travel with a lot of their closest friends and family, and they will make a lot of noise. You see the G-Man stretching out right at the short line, trying to get himself ready for the action here. Great contrast in styles here. Boxer, the most powerful guy in the big ball game, and G-Man, the most agile. We'll have a new champion this year, Samson Hernandez, slamming last year, winning the big ball men's pro singles and doubles. This year eliminated in the semifinals of both. It could be Boxer slamming as he won the big ball doubles earlier today, trying to follow in the footsteps of his compatriot and sparring partner Shorty Ruiz, who slammed in the small ball. We're just seconds away from being underway here. This match was initially scheduled for last night, but a 2-hour rain delay pushed everything back. This match would have had to have been played around midnight. Both players agreeing to reschedule for Sunday morning, and that's why we're here.
Okay, so choose a number. I already have it written down.
Respect that the players have for one another, shaking hands here.
Number was 2. So the next game, Boxer will serve.
G-Man wins the toss, and he'll serve
let's
first.
Just try to keep it within the lines, you know, so that no one else complains. We'll serve within the lines, and that's pretty much it. I'll call whatever I see.
Not sure if Sal knows that we do have linesmen. We also have instant replay.
Wait till I call the score, right? You guys ready? 0 serve 0. Point. Score is 1 serve 0.
Good start for the G-Man.
Point.
And that ball skips. G-Man off to a nice 2-0 start.
2 serve 0. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let me call the score.
You see these guys not accustomed necessarily to playing with the referee. Our referee clearing the court there.
Score is 2 serve 0.
This is men's big ball. That's why you don't see G-Man wearing gloves. Boxer wears a glove only on his right hand. Gloves not required. This ball is the Echelon red racket ball. Beautiful stiff arm left there from G-Man.
I thought you had it, man.
Push Boxer outside of the court to his left.
3-0.
And hit that stiff arm cross court pass with the left. And an amazing shot there from Boxer. Throwing himself into the air, hitting that shot against the momentum of his body and rolling it flat in the left corner. Just an amazing shot. That's a great inside-out shot there from G-Man. Set up like he was driving the left corner there, and at the last second, shovels the ball
3-0
down the alley on the right side. You see G-Man taking a lot off that shot, but so effective as he pushes Boxer outside the court. Nothing you can do from there. So tiring to continue to change directions, running from the middle of the court to about 10 feet off the court. That's about 33 feet of running each way per shot. That's a lot of tread on those legs. Boxer's already put a number of miles on those legs in the last 4 days. Just an amazing shot there from Boxer, but you see Boxer's had to hit 2 absolutely incredible shots just to win rallies here. And there's an amazing serve. He'll take care of this, and he does. Boxer just punishes that weak return of serve into the corner. And you see G-Man using that right corner pinch so effectively. But it was Boxer controlling the action there.
2-4. Point.
G-Man going for a little bit too much there. And now it's Boxer cutting into the lead.
3-4. Point. 4-4.
Now joined by my close friend and broadcast partner, Dave Vincent. Dave, I know that
close friend for this match.
Everything I know that the buffet closed down this morning at noon. That's why you're profusely sweating.
That's actually gravy. It's not sweat.
It's Boxer now leading 6-4 after a very fast start by the G-Man. It looked like G-Man was in complete control, but as you know, Dave, Boxer's got that unbelievable power. Can really change the momentum at any time.
You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball and Racquetball Championships here in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is a noontime crowd, as they say in the biz. You see players sprinkled throughout the grounds of the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. This is flight day. Most players are leaving and getting on their flights, and look how many people are in the stands to watch this big ball singles final here.
Well, a lot of these people, Dave, are Las Vegas tourists just trolling up and down the strip. They hear the commotion coming from the show court here, and they've just sort of meandered into the facility, and they're also filling up the bleachers, Dave. We've handed out a lot of big ball handballs this weekend to a lot of players that just want to try the sport out, and we've actually had a court available, Dave, for beginners, and that court's been full throughout the weekend. A lot of guys really enjoying this 3-wall big ball game.
Absolutely. That's part of the whole experience when you come to Las Vegas, Nevada, here in the desert.
Okay, we're coming back. Score is 6-4.
You heard the score right there. It's 6-4.
It's difficult, Dave, out here to even hear the referee with all of the the cheering and the support for these players. Our microphone's not really picking it up, Dave, but it's deafening down there at courtside. When Miss O can hear us, Dave, we will go to her for a quick update and possibly an interview.
I'd like to see Miss O just walk up to a random fan and just say, what do you think about this event? I mean, and you were talking about it's hard to hear out here, and some of the stuff that you're hearing.
5 serving 6.
Poker chips and quarters falling out of the casinos. The slots are so loose over there at the Stratosphere that it's just coming across the street.
Side out.
Very loose slots.
Unfortunately, not loose enough for you to
6 serving
pay
5.
on the bets that you've lost to me this weekend.
Look at that get right there from the G-Man as I ignore that last comment.
Point. Seven serves 5.
Miss O, Dave, has already had to make a shirt change out there. It's 127 degrees on the court. We don't let her into our air-conditioned luxury box sitting atop the show court here. But I believe, Dave, Miss O is sitting in the bleachers. She's got just a fan enjoying this action. What's going on out there, Miss O?
Hey, thanks, Dave. I'm sitting up here in the nice hot bleachers, about 150 degrees maybe, a little bit of exaggeration, but just want to interview a fan here. How do you feel about this event?
It's good today. It's hot, but it's good.
6 serves 7.
How are you enjoying yourself?
Good, it's hot, but I'm hoping Gavino picks it. You know, I'm from Orange County, where he's from, so, you know, came here to support him all the way.
Well, good. Back to you, Dave.
Well, the common theme, Dave, is that it's, well, hot out here, but so is the action on the court with Gabino Velasquez, the G-Man, wearing the blue WPH shirt. Score is all together at 7, up against one of the hardest hitters in the game, the boxer.
Hold it.
Oh, there's some contact there.
I don't like that call there, Dave. You see how passionate these fans are about their favorite players. G-Man telling me that 18 of his buddies drove up here in the middle of the night when they heard he was going to be in the finals. And they're here, Dave, and they're very vocal and boisterous.
Replay, 7-7.
Supporting their hero. Beautiful left hand there from the G-Man. Boxer had to play for the carom off the side wall, but the ball shot straight out of the trap door, well beyond his reach.
Score is 8 serves 7.
Score is 8-7. Oh, look at that shot right there from the boxer, and the crowd loves it.
And that's the second time early in this first game that Boxer's made that incredible shot.
7 serves 8.
Hitting against his momentum, Dave. That's almost like a quarterback throwing against his body into coverage. We saw Brett Favre complete that pass 10 times and throw 134 interceptions on that attempt. Boxer so far 2 for 2 though on that amazing shot.
8 serves 7.
Score is 8-7.
A great serve and even better return from Boxer. And you'll see, Dave, Boxer plays this game almost one-handed. He hits almost every shot with his right. And of course, as I say that, he hits consecutive shots with his left, but he really does favor that lightning rod that is his right arm.
9 serves 7.
And you see that's a ball Boxer should have taken with his right hand there, Dave. Has no play on it with his left.
You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball and Racquetball Championships. I don't know where Miss O is, but I know she's somewhere in the stands. Let's go to her really quickly here and see what is taking place out there in those stands, out in the gallery. Miss O?
Well, Dave, I'm still out here sweating bullets. Just chatting with another Dave here who played in this weekend's tournaments. He's enjoying himself, and laying back and relaxing with a nice cold Corona here. How do you like it?
It's going great. You know, it's going great, especially with the cold Corona when it's like 100 degrees here, and when New York is only like 50 degrees right now.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, who's your favorite to win this match right now?
I really think it's going to be close. I mean, what's great about this is that these guys always compete against each other, so it makes it tougher because they've already experienced what the other one has to offer. So it makes the game even more intense. So it really brings in the crowd into it, you know.
Well, thank you, Dave, and back to you, Dave and Dave.
We have too many Daves out here. That's Dave Rojas from New York, sitting in and really experiencing everything here courtside in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Dave, while you were at the hometown buffet, filling up your 9th plate, we had Nadi Alvarado Jr. and John Bike losing to champions Shorty Ruiz and Eddie Chapa. That was certainly an incredible match to watch. Back and forth all the way. It was Eddie Chapa and Shorty Ruiz claiming that in 2 close games. And Shorty slamming here. Now, Dave, it's Boxer trying to slam in the men's big ball.
And who won the women's singles?
Tracy Davis defeating Sandy Ng 15-11, 10-15, 11-1 in a 2-hour and 45-minute match in 114-degree heat out on court number 1. Just an incredible battle there. But right now, Dave, all anyone can think about on the grounds here is this men's big ball singles final.
The score is now 11-7 in favor of the G-Man. Gerberto
11 serve 7.
Rosales serving to, excuse me, it's Gavin Velasquez serving to Roberto Rosales.
Side out.
And there's a side out.
And Boxer doing the right thing there. Had Gambino on the ground. Didn't try anything fancy. Just blasted that ball with his left back down the line out of the reach of
7 serves 11.
the human acrobat, the G-Man. And that should be called an avoidable, Dave. And I spoke with a couple of big ball veterans earlier this morning, Dave, and they told me, we want you guys to enforce that call. We want our players to learn the right way to play. You can't run over towards the left side wall, take the ball with your right hand, and then immediately cross the line of the ball to get back to the middle of the court. That's just the definition of an avoidable. And I'm sure we'll see it again, Dave, throughout this match, and maybe even provide an instant replay to let our viewers know exactly what we're talking about.
I think if you start calling that an avoidable, then that play over on that left wall just won't occur. Here it is on the screen. Watch this replay.
12 serve 7.
He hits that with his left, and then he comes right there as the avoidable. That's not called.
And hasn't been called all week.
Look at that get right there from the
Just
G-Man.
amazing.
And he was about ready to go ahead and dive out the door, but the door slammed and kept the ball in play.
What would happen, Dave, is it would force these players to really develop their left hand rather than constantly running around that shot to use their right.
Well, what you're missing on the replay there is he actually did hit it with his left, and then he swung back through the screen.
That time, yes, Dave, but primarily it's players running to take the ball with their right hand, but thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome, that's what I do.
Side out. Twelve serves 8.
12 serves 8.
Beautiful shot there.
There's contact. I think Sal's going to call the contact.
We had our best small ball referee taking care of our last matchup, David. Now we've got the best big ball referee in the Wizard, Sal Duenas.
Point.
playing
13 serves 8.
2 games of 15, tiebreaker to 11. Gabino is up 13-8.
Side out.
And he tried to make it 14 with that sidearm tomahawk splat into the right front
13.
wall. 8 serves 13.
Didn't put that down.
This ball stays up for Gabino. Nice shot right there, and
Side out.
the boxer could not get to that.
Thirteen serves 8. Out.
Boxer yet to argue one call out here. Dave, we've seen him play 6 matches on the show court.
There's a
14 serves 8. The game's to 15.
lot of players in the crowd getting kind of rowdy and speaking in Spanish, and we might get a Spanish translator out here to tell us exactly what they're saying, because I think it's
Side
quite
out.
comical. And there's a side out. Is it arable, translator?
8 serves 14.
Barring some kind of miraculous comeback here, Dave, it will be the G-Man taking this first game. I am a betting man, Dave, and I would actually give you 50-1 odds on the G-Man closing out this first game.
14 serves 8.
Score is 14-8. This is game point.
That'll
that
stay in, and that's the game. An amazing shot from Gambino, flying through the air and throwing up a lob that would have landed right on the baseline, Dave.
You're watching the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships live from Las Vegas, Nevada at the show court here, the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, and Miss O has Gavin right now, who just won the first game. Let's go to her
Real quick.
courtside.
Hey, thanks, Dave. I'm standing here with the new champion. Congratulations to you. You know, what's your strategy here? Like, what did you do? Did you get rest last night or what?
I don't have no strategy. My thing is just go all out. He's a great player, you know?
Yeah.
But me, like I said, this is what I came for. No regrets.
Yeah. You're definitely very agile, very flexible and everything, and I commend you for that.
And I do it for the people too, you know? Because they support me a lot. So that's all I can do.
You know, Olivia,
Thank you.
we still have one more game to go before that
Thank you.
championship crown is given out. That's Olivia standing next to Gabino Velasquez. We call him the G-Man because, well, frankly, he deserved it.
Miss O, Dave, a little bit confused there because we played 1-game matches throughout this event up until the semifinals and finals. So Miss O jumping the gun a little bit there, thinking that the match was over, but it's halfway over, so
Hey,
she was halfway right.
I've won a game before, and I considered it a championship win for me.
Unfortunately for you, it was a preliminary match at a local club tournament, a match which you went on to lose.
Yeah, but it was still a win. But nonetheless, want to thank everybody for tuning in to the live broadcast at race48.com. Don't forget about the U.S. Open. If you like big ball, they are going to add some big ball divisions in Fountain Valley, California. U.S. Open, formerly the Nadi Alvarado Classic, going into their 20th year. They have an exhibition 3-wall court to be built on the stadium tennis court where Sharapova plays. It's going to be at Los Caballeros Sports Village in Fountain Valley, California. And that will be in late October, just the week before Halloween. So make sure to go online to r2sports.com and enter today to the Simple Green U.S. Open of Handball. Not just outdoor 3-wall doubles, but they're also going to have indoor 4-wall small ball as well, just like all previous years, with over $80,000 in prize money.
I'd hate to hear that shrieking from Sharapova, Dave, when she shows up for practice and sees a handball court on her practice court. She's loud enough just trying to hit a forehand. had to keep it going until I got that laugh. Now I can move on.
Actually, I'll move on for you. I want to thank the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino for their sponsorship of the second annual three-wall ball World Championships. They welcome the opportunity to showcase the greats in all sports that we have out here on the portable courts, including handball, racquetball, and paddleball. When you go to the Stratosphere, make sure that you also get a room there. All new remodeled rooms, refurbished, as they say in the business. You can get a hold of them at 1-800-99-TOWER, 1-800-99-TOWER, or thestratospherehotel.com. Book your reservation. Here for the weekend, the participants were getting, during weekdays, $39 nights at that hotel plus tax, and then on the weekend, instead of the $170 rate, $79 using the group code Hotel and Casino of the Stratosphere. Make sure that you come here and patronize their business and support the sport. The live broadcast brought to you by First Star Sports, the title sponsor of this broadcast that we're giving you here. Instant replays and the scoreboard and player interviews, all brought to you by First Star Sports, where you can dress like the pros and up your game at firststarsports.com/WPH. I want to thank TB Pinnock & Sons, a fifth-generation family-owned construction company, for sponsoring this live webcast at tbpinnock.com. And Tucson Rolling Shutters, not just a Tucson-owned business, but also nationally known. Look for a distributor near you for rolling shutters, energy efficiency, security, and retractable products for your home or business. Tucson Rolling Shutters at TucsonRollingShutters.com. And in about 2 months from now, Dave Chapman is going to have an elite clinic right here in Las Vegas. One-on-one attention from a 9-time national champion in just 4-wall alone. Well over 15 national championships in singles. And you know what he's also got is a ton of doubles victories, and he's saying some of my clinics focus just on double strategy, since that's what the guys play back home. You can find out more at DaveChapmanHandball.com with his elite camp. Dave?
There's also a lot of nightlife strategy associated with that camp, Dave. It's not just the 5 hours of on-court experience. There's also how to manage your way through a buffet, how to get yourself into the most elite clubs in Vegas, and how to pull that lever on those $100 slot machines.
As we're back in play here, game number 2, 0-0. That ball just clips the side door. Now that one's out. Look at this get right there from Gabino. Knows how to play it just perfectly.
That was an incredible get. I don't know where Gambino, Dave, finds the energy to continue to track these balls down.
Gabino is one of the best athletes I think I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he is just like a male gymnast out there.
Point.
He's absolutely incredible, Dave.
Three serve 0.
3-0, second game. Gabino wins the first one, and Boxer now leading in this one, and he gets another point, make it a 4-0, even though there was a little contact there as Gabino slid in.
Timeout.
And a timeout called.
4-0, timeout. I didn't call it because
There is
I
a
knew you had it.
timeout. You hear what Sal Duena said? I didn't call that little contact right there because I thought you were going to get to it. It's hard to say that to a
I was
guy that
telling
has to
him that I didn't
sprawl
call that
out
one because he
like
had it in his
Superman
hand
in
and
order
he
to touch it.
See, it would have been stupid if I called it, right?
Founded in 1972,
Exactly,
Pima
that's what
Medical Institute is more than a vocational school. PMI provides life-altering opportunities that turn their students into competent medical staff, workers, so they can meet the expectations of the 21st century. Find out more, pmi.edu. If you want a career in the medical institute, PMI is the leader. Want to thank Owen Gloves for their instant replays that they've been providing this weekend. Owen Gloves online at owengloves.com. Check out the new innovative finger padded models. They're my personal favorites. You can also get your Owen handball gloves at thehandballstore.com. And don't forget about the Australian 2012 national championships in Melbourne during the long weekend. That's the Queen's birthday weekend. It's, I believe, about 10 days or 14 days before the USHA 4-wall nationals in Los Cab. Sponsored by aiwprinting.com.au. Find out more about the 2012 Australian National Handball Championships.
Okay, we're coming back. The score is 4-0.
4-0. That ball hit Boxer right square in the face.
Boxer had absolutely no reaction.
4-0.
Well, boxers normally do get hit in the face. It's just something that happens.
Well, last time I saw a boxer get hit in the face, Dave, he took about a 10-minute nap. Victor Ortiz sucker punch by Floyd Mayweather.
Point.
That is actually
5-0.
Actually, Boxer letting that shot go, and the G-Man saving
Point.
time by just punching the ball back to the server.
6-0.
the score is 6-0. And with us right now, we have a very special guest, the man behind World 3-Wall Ball,
7-0.
Mike Coulter. Mike, an amazing event that you put on so far this week. And I say so far, there's still more stuff going on here as we have the show court. But you've been instrumental in bringing the sports together. Paddleball, racquetball, handball. Last year was our kickoff year. This year we're doing it, what I say is just like 2 times better than what I even expected out here. First of all, congratulations and thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate Handball working together with us. Like you said, last year was the first year we did it. We had a vision, and working with you guys is great. And I think with the 2 sports working together, there's a bright future to outdoor sports for us. And I think that both sports will be able to really grow.
You are instrumental in building these courts. Give us some stats here. 50 tons of supplies?
Actually, 50,000 pounds, which is 25 tons. Yeah, when you get to the galvanized 18-gauge studs, the nuts, screws, the floors, sheets of plywood. Most people wouldn't realize that 1 sheet of plywood weighs 70 pounds, but when you times that out times almost 1,000 sheets, I mean, it's amazing how fast it adds up. And the labor hours that it takes to put it all together and take it down. But by Tuesday, you'll never know that we were here, because about an hour after the event's over, my guys will be here starting to tear it apart, and we'll put it away and put it in a yard and store it until we decide to put together the series for next year, which I think everybody's going to be looking forward to. That's kind of a little the cat out of the bag, but we're working on that, putting an event for 3 of them together next year.
Yeah, let's go to a replay right here. Let's go back into the booth. Let's see what the call was from the referee. What was the call?
I think it could have been over, so I want to take the replay.
Okay, let's take a look here. Let's watch this ball, Mike.
I think the ball had already, let me see, go back to it.
It's a screen no matter what happened.
Yeah.
What are we looking for, a screen, a ball out of bounds?
No, just that he was attempting the shot. No, it was out of his reach, I think. I think it was out of his reach.
Look again, let's stop right at impact here. Let's watch this ball one more time on the monitor. I was wondering if that ball hit his pants.
You know what? I think it's an over because he does have a chance. He didn't see it till the last second of the pass.
It's up to you. Referee makes the call there. Referee's going to play that ball over during replay as we look at a super slow-mo here. Really, the call is, would he have been able to get it? I thought the ball almost hit the pants. They're going to call that a screen ball because he could have barely gotten a finger on it. Now, Dave, if you would have touched that, you don't have a headset, but if you would have touched that, I don't think he could have got it back to the front wall anyway.
I actually do. He was in a full stretch, just as he was right there, Dave, and you can see from a full stretch the G-Man can do virtually anything with the ball. We've seen him do it time and time again throughout this event, Dave.
You're watching the finals of the Big Ball Pro. Both players from Southern California. Score is 9-1 with Boxer now just now make it 5 points away from forcing a tiebreaker here. And the crowd is getting behind Boxer. Mike, how do you like the energy here from the handball crowd?
It's phenomenal. I started playing racquetball about 28 years ago, and we always used to try to get the same courts between handball and racquetball. So there's a little bit of a divide. And the energy you guys bring was the same excitement that I felt when we first started playing racquetball. Your guys are having such a great time and bringing this into such a party atmosphere.
You're right, bro?
It's just phenomenal. I mean, it's great. It's great to see everybody having a great time. That was the whole vision of putting this stuff together, making it more of a party instead of being in a stuffy club.
That's the point.
Coming out to like the beach, coming out here to the parking lot, being able to put these courts up anywhere we want, make a big party, and just create our own atmosphere and have a good time.
You're listening to the voice of Mike Coulter. He's the one instrumental to getting the sports all together with 3wallball.com. Mike Coulter is also
Side out.
the individual that brought Ahern Construction out here, and your construction company has had the opportunity to showcase some of your equipment, your rental equipment out here, and also all of your construction has been brought to you by your employees. How does it feel, or the reception that you're getting from the people that have seen the hard work that you put in, or you've been kind of like more of a silent guy, nobody even knows who you are?
It's more or less more of the silent partner. I like to stand in the back and watch and let everybody else enjoy it. I've had some great friendships that started years ago as we grew up being in our early 20s, and some of my friends have become real successful and have the big checkbooks now and have helped give some stuff back. They like to do it silently as well, but I'm able to put some of this stuff together and coordinate things, and I do that pretty well, and everybody is jumping on board to try to make this grow, and they actually see a real value to the sport being out here like it is and having everybody interact and just have a great time.
Dave, what are you seeing going on out here right now? Are we in the middle of a timeout?
Well, Boxer's taking all the momentum here. He's actually using the G-Man's speed against him by driving balls behind G-Man. G-Man's running back into the court from the left side of the court, and Boxer's hitting drives back down the left, and G-Man just can't change directions, and Boxer totally reversing the momentum here from the first game, and he's on his way to an easy win here in game number 2, and I'm looking forward to a very dramatic tiebreaker.
Mike, how can people get a hold of you regarding Ahern Construction, or even possibly renting courts like this? I don't know if you're ready to go out of the bag on that as well, but
we're not really ready to rent the courts out yet. We're still putting a few things together. Ahern Rentals is a supply company. They're nationwide. They rent equipment to, all kinds of rental equipment. It's a company that's one of our sponsors that does things to help us. I work for a different construction company that does some things, but Ahern is one of our sponsors. We have Tool Up. Like I said, the Stratosphere has been instrumental in making this happen. Dave Groman, who comes out of the club and plays racquetball, he was playing in one of our events a couple years ago, just indoors, and he said he wanted to help out a little. And as we started talking, I said, well, if you had this vision of building some courts outdoors and putting them into a parking lot, and nobody's really, they've had the idea of putting one court out somewhere and doing something. We were lucky enough to do that a few years ago on a ship in San Diego Harbor, and we did that, but I said, well, let's expand this and make it into a real party, kind of stealing the idea of beach volleyball, and let's get 10, 12, 14 courts and mix some different sports together, and I think this has made it even more fun atmosphere.
You're listening to the voice of Mike Coulter, instrumental in bringing us 3wallball.com, World Outdoor Racquetball and WPH, World Players of Handball together. Here's a timeout. Coming back into play, 1 serves 10. That's the G-Man, Gabino Velasquez, serving to the Boxer, Galberto Rosales.
Side out.
And there's a side out, and Boxer's got all momentum right now. And possibly, Dave, it's because of all that diving around that the G-Man's been doing in earlier rounds.
He's also done a lot of diving here in the finals, but Dave, it's been Boxer that's been incredibly sharp here in this second game. He's really hitting his shots. He's making his overhand kills as well as his amazing, powerful passing shots.
Watch this play develop.
And conversely, Dave, it's been the G-Man who's not been sharp at all here in this second game. You see him leaving 2 setup opportunities way up there for Boxer, and Boxer takes care of it down the right alley.
Mike Coulter is in the booth with us. He is behind 3-wall ball. Mike, you started 3-wall ball. Was that a vision that you've had for years, or I know you just talked about Dave Groman. Is that just something that just developed here with the event last year?
We've actually had this vision for a number of years, bringing some more excitement to outdoor racquetball. And Hank Marcus with WAR has been doing stuff for a number of years, and I've been dealing with Hank and IRT and racquetball in general for a lot of years here. And it just gave us an opportunity to grow it. Dave gave us an opportunity by providing a venue and sponsorship support of the event. Gave us an opportunity to do it. They're phenomenal to work with, allowing this to happen here on the property. And I think it's a win-win situation for everybody involved. And we're just going to grow this bigger and better every single year that we're doing something. And it's just great.
Well, we at the WPH want to thank you for everything you've done. You're so silent that for those that are watching back home, they don't know about you because we just keep saying the name three-wall ball, and it just sort of like appeared on the scene. So first off, we want to apologize for not getting more personal sooner, but on the other hand, I know that's just sort of like who you are, and that's what you envision, is that you put your leaders out front and you stand back and make some good decisions, and this is a very smart one. Right there, ball is in play.
Absolutely, I appreciate you saying that. And like I said, everybody, there's so many names that are not known, with people helping out making this event happen. It's a real undertaking to get it up before everybody gets here, during the event, and after the event's over. There's a lot of great people just supporting this. I'm thankful that we were able to hook up with WPH and WAR and three-wall ball working together. I think we're going to be a huge force in the future of all these sports working together, and I mean, I'm really excited about it and really look forward to it. Yeah, I'd like to give credit to three-wall ball and doing that, and I also love the military thing that we did last night, and plan on doing a lot of that charity kind of work in the future as well with what we're doing. And I really appreciate your guys' time and effort.
Thank you very much for coming by the studio here. The outdoor drive-through makeshift broadcast arena that we've created. That's the voice of Mike Coulter behind three-wall ball, what you would call the chairman of the board, the executive director, the commish. Mike Coulter is very involved in the Military Racquetball and Handball Federation that the WPH is now involved in. Dave Fink, that is our side company, as we have now teamed up with the Military Racquetball Federation and Mike Coulter, as well as Hank Marcus from Ektalana and World Outdoor Racquetball, as we now merge our companies together in that sense. Going to do more work, like you said earlier, or like Mike said earlier. He was talking about San Diego. They took one of these portable courts and put it on the back of an aircraft carrier in San Diego Harbor, right in the military port there, and they held an exhibition right on the ship, and they had over 2,000 of the military personnel around the courts watching the exhibition, and then they had a military federation tournament that went on as the ship was out in sea at the time that it took place, and all the cameras were there, and they're expecting to do one of those with handball and racquetball shortly, so get ready for that announcement coming up soon.
Very surprised, Dave, by that timeout from the G-Man, trailing 114 here. You'd think he'd just let this game go, Dave, and save his energy for the tiebreaker. I don't see any need for G-Man to be wasting energy here, Dave, in a game that he has no chance to win.
Side out.
I think he just wants more camera time. He's pulling one of your old tricks. 14 serves one. This is game point. Boxer has a chance here. Ball out the door. Boxer picks it up. You have to understand, this is also wearing down Boxer.
Game.
And there it is. Boxer wins game number 2, and now we're going to go to a tiebreaker. We're also going to take a very quick break here in the booth. You're watching this live coverage brought to you by First Star Sports and Zions, the official sports drink of the UFC. All being fed to you by the world players of handball, streaming live at racefor8.com.
Carson, and today I'd like to go over a few quick tips on how to set up to hit the perfect serve. Step 1, make sure you wipe your shoes. Step 2, eye down the ref, then eye down your opponent. And step 3, hit it as hard as you can.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Zions, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
Ahern Rentals is the largest independently owned and operated rental business in the United States. We are proud to maintain outstanding working relationships with over 100 manufacturers, including JLG, Skyjack, Genie, Kubota, Multiquip, Honda, and many more. From coast to coast, Ahern Rentals is here to service your equipment rental needs. For a complete list of locations near you, please visit us at www.ahern.com or call 1-800-400-1610.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
And we are back here at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino for the World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Championships, sponsored by Ahern Construction, World Outdoor Racquetball, World Players of Handball, Military Racquetball and Handball Federation, Ectalon, Bex, Head Rackets and Gear, the Soda Man, IRT Network, Racquetball Warehouse, Restrung Magazine, Cashman, so much more. I want to thank Owen Gloves as well as Functional Assessment Systems, FAS, out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Be Active, Charlie Charveau and his company, Charveau and Fortino. Zions, the official sports drink of the UFC. Mesh, Clark and Rothschild, attorneys out of Tucson, Arizona. Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, First Star Sports. TB Pinnock and Sons, Tucson, Rolling Shutters.
Yeah.
Dave Chapman's Elite Camp coming up in December right here in Vegas. MindSight Software Solutions from Mintech. I want to thank them. Some of our instant replays from Mark Gilmer and Associates. Pima Medical Institute. And AIW Printing, the main sponsor of the Australian 4-Wall National Handball Championships in Australia and Melbourne over the long weekend in June of 2012, and you are officially invited. Also want to say thanks to all of the sponsors and donors and volunteers that have made this event one we'll never forget.
Where's Gavino?
I'm not sure about that, Dave. I hear heat exhaustion promotes quite a bit of memory loss.
Well, we're going into a tiebreaker here between the G-Man and the Boxer, and now the stands are completely
He
packed.
scored more points on the last game.
All the marbles.
Actually, you could actually go do that, but we'll just do it for you. This is going to be the tiebreaker. Miss O trying to get out of a little work here
If there's an over,
in the booth.
make it obvious so we can
Miss
see
O
it.
actually going to
If I
track
don't
down
feel you have to
Shorty
transfer it, it's not gonna
during
go
this
your way.
tiebreaker, Dave, to see what he thinks
You gotta
Boxer or
transfer it,
G-Man
and
will
it's
need to
gonna be over.
do
If you gotta
to
transfer,
capture
I'll
this
leave it.
championship.
You ready? You ready? Hold on a second. The game's to 11 points. Boxer serve. Yeah. 10
We're
is
playing
3 points,
one
11
game
is
to
game.
11. You heard the
score
referee
is
say that.
0 serve 0.
0 serve 0. We are now officially underway with the Boxer serving to the G-Man. First to 11 wins.
Not a good shot there from G-Man. And there's Boxer hitting against his momentum there.
Tough ball to get. Boxer gets it. G-Man gets to that ball.
Boxer did not do enough with that left-handed shot.
Look at this opening rally right here, and G-Man gets a round of applause from the crowd.
Absolutely amazing rally there, Dave. You can't sensationalize that rally. It It was just incredible, the effort and the shot making, Dave, and the athleticism. You see the Minnesota Dreamboat and his girlfriend Bailey's in cream.
You served that? You served that?
Chandler,
1-0, right? Go.
now living in St. Paul, Dave. They're checking out
1
this
serve 0.
tiebreaker here in the finals, alongside virtually every other player and fan on the grounds here.
I think there's more people now than there were last night. I could be wrong. I'm not a statistician. I'm fat.
2 serve 0.
You also left the facility here, Dave, at about 8 o'clock last night before any of the matches even started, so it'd be hard to make that judgment.
Oh, look at that.
And
the ball stays in. Look what Gabino does. He just punches it back to the front. And
beautiful wide angle right corner kill from Boxer.
0-2, timeout.
Watch that replay right here, Dave. Gabino punches it down the right. Boxer over to that left corner. Gabino dives in. Boxer, the crowd started yelling right there, thinking he wasn't going to get to that. This instant replay brought to you by Tucson Rolling Shutters, and then just a little floater back toward the right side. I thought he reset the action pretty good there, but just an easy corner kill from the Boxer.
We talk so much, Dave, about the retrievability of the G-Man. He's flying all over the court, Dave, but the Boxer gets to nearly everything as well, minus the diving. Incredibly impressed by Boxer's relentless determination, Dave. Let's not forget this is his 12th match of the event. Virtually all of them played in this 100+ degree heat.
What's going on the court here now, Dave?
This was a timeout called by the G-Man. Sal Duenas giving these guys well over 60 seconds. We might have a chance, Dave, shortly to get a word with Shorty Ruiz, who's checking out the action. Miss O trying to make her way through the gallery, Dave. Trying to get a quick word with the newest celebrity and superstar in the sport.
There's now so many people out here that I can't even see
There's only 2 timeouts.
Shorty Ruiz.
So you have 1 left.
Where's he at, Dave? Help out Miss O.
I believe Shorty Dave is over here on the right side, sort of in the peanut heaven. Didn't get himself into the bleachers. He's in the standing room only.
All right, the score is 0 serving 2. Side out.
G-Man leads now 2-0. He's already scored more points in this tiebreaker than he did in that second game.
2 serve 0.
Miss O have an opportunity to talk to the Shorty who plays with these guys frequently. He knows these guys' games extremely well.
3 serve 0.
Score is 3-0.
I believe Miss O has located one of the Ruiz brothers. Not sure if she's located Shorty yet.
Yeah, she has. He's wearing the hat.
Okay.
Gotta put his shoes back on, Dave.
Well, you have to have your shoes on to talk, Olivia.
We want him on camera, right?
We'll find you. We'll find you.
Oh, okay.
You're on camera.
Go ahead, relax. You're fine.
Doesn't need to put his shoes on.
Yeah, just
He's a
relax
champion.
there.
The king doesn't
You're
wear
fine.
shoes.
All right, so Shorty, what's your opinion on this game right now?
I think Boxer should be able to pull it out. He's in more
1 serve 3.
condition. He boxes, and he trains, and he boxes. So his stamina is pretty good. So as long as he don't fall under pressure, he should be good. We're rooting for him, all the way. Can't let that trophy go back to Orange County, LA, all the way.
Thank you. Back to you, Dave.
And Dave, thank you to Miss O, but for those of us not from California, there's a big difference, Dave, between Orange County and LA, both located in Southern California, but those are almost two different countries. There's a big rivalry there between those counties.
Here on the court, G-Man up 3-0. Serving is
Score is 3, serves 3.
the boxer. He actually has that name because, well, he actually does box. Don't want to burst anyone's bubble, but that's just how it is.
Replay.
Boxer doing his road work this morning, Dave, at 5 a.m. saying he needs to stay conditioned. G-Man read that shot perfectly, but it was just too good, and he had too much ground to cover.
And I believe
Score
there is a
4 serves 0.
there is a timeout being called on the court here. Score is 4-0. You are watching the World Outdoor Handball and Racquetball Championships, Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the last day. Now normally, and you know this, Dave, and the last day people are getting on their flights and heading home. Not this crowd. They're staying here for every single last moment of these finals.
And they don't even have access to the WPH Learjet, Dave, as we do, so they'll be flying standby late this evening, trying to catch a flight home.
There's 20 bags of sand that I owe you. You see over onto the racquetball court, one of handball's greatest players of all time, Robert Sastry, is serving the ball on the racquetball show court right now on the white wife beater shirt.
Well, let's not get carried away, Dave. A very good player. Not sure I'd put him in that greatest of all time category.
Here he is serving right here, Robert Sastry, the great Robert Sastry. Played 8 events out here, paddleball, 2 events in paddleball, and 3 in racquetball, and 3 in handball.
Robert Sastry, Dave, actually so dominant in one-wall paddleball in New York City that they would not allow him to play in their events anymore. Won so easily that it was not any fun.
Well, he made it to the finals of the USHA one-wall nationals recently. And not bad for a guy that's just about ready to break into the 40s. And he made it to our finals 2 years ago in the Fireball Classic in Tucson, Arizona, as you recall.
That was with the small ball.
And then he went to the Tucson 4-wall small ball handball qualifier just recently, where he lost to Danny Cordova.
Win by 2, remember that.
I made that sound French.
So the score is 4.
I apologize.
3.
So he does play.
Side out.
And there's a quick side out.
Perfect return there from G-Man.
3 serves 4.
Scores 3-4.
Boxer.
Wow.
Look at these guys stay with those shots, Dave.
G-Man almost gets that ball, Dave. I thought that ball was just blown by him, but guess what? Let's watch the replay. Dave, look how close it was. I mean, I don't want to take away from what the boxer's doing here, but boxer pounds that ball. Look at his hand almost get to that ball. Now we're at 4-3. Wow, that is a very dangerous and athletic move there. Last year there was no safety railing on those walls, and players had to go to the emergency room.
5 serves 3.
5 serves 3.
Fortunately, we had the foresight of one of the tournament committee members to tape up that side.
And they did it on all courts out here. And there is another point for the boxer, who was at one point trailing 0-3.
But you heard what Shorty said, that boxer would have the endurance to be able to pull this out, and it looks like that's true. And that's a great shot from boxer.
There was a little screen, little contact there, and you see Gambino looking back to the referee.
7 serves 3.
The contact came, Dave, from Gambino moving in, anticipating the left corner kill. And now Boxer with an amazing left-handed flat roll. We haven't seen him hit many of those with the left, Dave, but when he's comfortable, there's no shot that isn't easy for Boxer.
8 serves 3.
8 serves 3. 3 points away from being mobbed out here.
And here's another setup. He takes advantage of it. Amazing get.
And now it's 9-3, and Gambino's going to have to call a timeout.
Gambino pulling his knee brace down there, Dave. Not sure
Okay, let's go.
the reason for that. He's wearing it now as a shin guard. It looks like that'll be...
He'll pull it back up. This is all part of the delay.
Okay.
See? Get an extra couple seconds doing that.
Miss O actually going to be racing the mob that heads out there to greet Boxer when he wins this final point, which should be, Dave, in just about 30 seconds at this rate.
Boxer wearing the red shirt.
Boxer about to capture the slam here in the big ball, winning the doubles and now the singles.
It might be right here on this play. He went for it, he left it up though. Now there's another one. G-Man's gonna go back down to the right side, and that's out the door, and now it's gonna be delayed just a little bit. Boxer in the red shirt, G-Man shirtless.
G-Man has that Kirk Gibson kind of
The score is
limp right now,
3-7.
Dave. It could be dangerous. They'll need to score 8 consecutive points, though, to win this match. And that's not a good start as Boxer just missing the left corner kill. We haven't seen him miss that shot all week, Dave.
4 serves 10.
The crowd was about ready to go nuts if he would have made that too.
And you see Gambino really on fumes right now, Dave. Does not have the power or the explosive first step that we've seen. That was a ball that Gambino would have had, Dave, just about 20 minutes ago. But right now, he's totally spent.
10 serves 4.
Score is 10-4 in the breaker. This could be it right here, Dave. And it is. The Boxer takes it down, and watch this mob onto the court. Watch the mob.
Shorty's the first guy to grab him, Dave, and they've got him up over their shoulders. Looks like the Hubba Nagila up there, Dave.
And this is during an elite match going on over here on the other show court as Gilberto Rosales, the Boxer, takes down the G-Man. Gambino Velasquez. Let's watch the replay here, powered by Zions and Pima Medical Institute. And there's that last play where the Boxer takes the big cash. Let's go courtside and see if we can get Miss O to break through.
Yes, finally. A few seconds to the champion. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Feels really good, you know. Finally, I got first place in a big tournament, you know. It means a lot to me.
You definitely deserved it, definitely. I mean, I hear you're a great boxer. Your training is intense. Can you thank that training to help you win this title?
Yeah, you know, I think doing that training helps me hit the ball a little bit harder. So I think sometimes it gives me a little edge over other opponents, you know. Yeah, so that's it.
Well, thank you, boxer, and good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
Great interview there from Miss O, as you can hear the exhilaration and also the exhaustion from Boxer Rosales as he captures what he called his first huge major title, and he wins 2 in the same day here, Dave.
Unbelievable play by the Boxer. We are going to take a very quick timeout. We have the women's pro doubles finals coming up next. You stick around for more handball at racefor8.com.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
My name's Anthony Herrera. Gearbox is my lifestyle.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.